Brian says with the super chat, he says Eminem a 6 for longevity of records and say he's irrelevant. I got facts. Eminem's music from the 2000s decade is the most popular today. I'm sorry, popular today from the decade. He's top 10 on Spotify today. I guess we gotta address this before we get out of here.
Hold on, we still have to.
Huh?
I mean, we're not necessarily done anyway because we still got to do the Kanye doc unless you got to roll.
Oh no! I was gonna say that was the last thing I think. You know,
I say we still got a little breathing. No, just
let's talk about this Eminem's music aging, and I want to ask people in the chat, like, honestly, you know, Brian, I appreciate the super chat, and we're talking about Eminem music from the 2000s. Do you guys still play any of Eminem's music from the 2000s? Can we go down the list of singles? Okay, so Hi, My Name Is, okay? Last time you bumped that. You bumping that?
You want to know what? Actually, when I look back at some of his other singles, I prefer that song more than some of the other singles, actually. Like that, like that, Without Me, like I don't like any of that stuff.
Hi, kids. Do you like Primus? Do you want me to stick 9-inch nails through each one of my eyelids?
I thought that was pretty entertaining when I first heard it.
It was entertaining in a kind of like in a not like a match. What's the group I'm thinking about?
He was mocking the culture that you thought he was coming from. Like, I thought it was kind of creative.
No, it was tongue in cheek. It was a lot of tongue in cheek. But again, that's not. I mean, conceptually cool, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna ride around to it.
No, Guilty Conscience and Bonnie and Clyde are like, you know, the ride around stuff.
Because I Just Don't Give a Fuck was technically the first single. You listening to that?
No, I don't, and I heard that long before the album came out too. So
I liked Role Model, and I might play it like every now and then. But
that's held up well for a first album. Like for him, that I thought was uneven. I thought that held up well. That's one of that's one of the 5 best records on there. It might be the best. No, it's not better than Guilty Conscience.
Rick and Ross says, all respect, all respect. I'm beefing the bottle. I get it. I'm on behalf of the streets. We want y'all to know that we appreciate the movement. I'm in the A too. I want to help. That's what's up. Yeah, let's build.
Hit us.
Yeah, definitely. Guilty Conscious. Okay, this is the thing too. The content hasn't aged well because a lot of this shit that he said, you can't say anymore. What he said on Guilty Conscious cannot be. You're not gonna go out there and play a record where he's talking about basically date raping a 14-year-old.
Can I say something? In all honesty, Nas and Biggie, for their time when they were first coming out, part of the attraction to them was the shock level things that they were saying.
Biggie especially.
But
those aren't the memorable moments from Biggie. Like
no, it's not. But let's not forget Nas's most notable moment on his first verse that you hear him on is he said when he was 12 he went to hell for snuffing Jesus. That was the line where everybody was like, "Whoa, nobody said or talked like that before." Even though the whole rhyme is great, you know, verbal assassin, my architect pleases. Like that's that Rakim. Yeah, that's that follow the leader level. Verbal assassin, my architect pleases. When I was 12, it's like, hold on, that's something different though. Like nobody talking like that.
I think that's a lot different than the Guilty Conscious verse though.
No, I think it's comparable for the time because you have to understand in 1991, KRS-One and Rakim are not talking like that. Kool G Rap's not even talking like that. Kool G Rap is saying some awful shit. He's not talking about snuffing Jesus.
I feel you, but it's slightly different, man.
No, I'm just saying in terms of shock value. So
this is actually, you know,
you think
Rick Ross has actually lost deals for even saying half of this.
You think it's demented what he's saying is what you're saying.
Oh yeah. I mean, not even just that. I mean, it's sick. Yeah, Guilty Conscience is and I know, I get it. They're playing a role, they're actors and all that. But again, I think that when you have content that couldn't even be played right now, that affects how it ages, right?
No, you're right on that regard. I'm trying to speak to some of the artistic merit of it, but it still goes down to replay value. Because what do I tell you about To Pimp a Butterfly?
That's true. That's true. DeCarlo says, Mike, oh shoot, man, chat's going so fast. He says, Mike, I'll be honest. The only Eminem project I go to is the Slim Shady LP because to me, that was when he was rapping at his best. His other albums have some of his best songs. I do agree with that too. Like I liked his rap style the best on the Slim Shady LP.
Okay, but
I think the Eminem Show is his best overall album though.
So when y'all are saying that, it's like he hasn't totally learned how to rhyme on any and every beat the way he does on the Marshall Mathers LP and the Eminem Show. But I get what you're saying about the MC. But the timing and the delivery of the MC is succinctly better on the next two projects. And I think it's just noticeable.
All right, Real Slim Shady. We listening to that?
No.
The Way I Am. You bumped that?
Yes, I am.
You do? Okay.
No. That record holds.
Stan.
Yep.
I can't think of a time when I listened to Stan, but I'll give you that. I mean,
I like Stan because sometimes it's like you want to know what that record is really dope and really intricate. And how about this? Here's how I feel about Stan. If Nas wrote Stan, we would be like Scarface wrote Stan. We would be waxing about.
They have
20
times over.
Hold on. And we wax about it. Right. We shoot the gift about it when they do it. Right.
You know what Stan for Scarface is like Mary Jane. You know what I mean? Like he's done that.
I was actually thinking what is it? A minute to pray, a second to die?
Way better than Stan.
No.
Cinematic.
Hold on. That's a top 10 story.
That
ever.
shit is crazy.
Maybe top 5. But what I'm talking about is that Stan, that's what that record is for him. And it's like, let's not take that from him. That's his Scarface, a minute to
pray, a second to die?
Yeah, a minute to pray, a second to die. That's his Rewind, or one of whatever your favorite Nas Story song. That's his All That I Got Is You. What's Ghost's best story?
I don't know. That could be it. Ghost got so many.
He does. You know how I feel about Shaky Dog off Fish Scale.
Yeah. Ooh,
you want to talk about a crazy story?
AKs and Curtains. He said, "I'll play Eminem like Jeepers Creepers." Sleep Cycle because of M stands. I'll play M like Jeepers Creepers Sleep Cycle because of M stands. I like Ghost on the Hilton too. I mean, it's so many.
Yeah, like I said, we all got our personal favorites. I just like the zone he's in on Shaky Dog. I'm like, man,
people are saying Maxine, like that one too.
I was thinking about Maxine too. I love Maxine.
I like Child's Play.
You love Child's Play more than I do. All That I Got Is You is still,
All That I Got Is You is next level.
Right. What's the other one? 260 with him and Ray?
Yeah.
The Heist? Yeah.
Do y'all listen to Eminem, I'm Back?
No.
We're not listening to Bitch Please 2 because we listen to 1. I mean, it is what it is.
Every time I hear that beat in my head, Mike, just boom, boom.
You don't want to hot box with me. I swing hard liquor going down on the second round. All hell to underground. How that sound? Exhibit backing down from a conflict. Come on, man. Blasting metal in every direction. Innocent bystander, learn of every hard lesson. I'm the reason there's no time to reach for the weapon. The reason why you keep on stepping. Exhibit ready to scrap like Mike Tyson with his license back. 9 to 5 minimum wage. What type of life is that for me? It's blasphemy. Yeah, man. Please.
All that flame, Mike. All that flame.
Yo, I heard that. I was like, yo, man, Exhibit is going crazy.
I was like, what kind of next level shit is this?
Even the edited version, he was going crazy.
Well, it was the beat. For me, I was like, what is that? What is that?
Bitch Please, the first one, brought the West Coast back.
Single-handedly. I was like, what sound was that?
East Village says, yo, Mike and Coop, can you please do your rating system on Tech 9? I think we should. Because I did it, and this brother has a rating far high.
No. I want people to know what I've been doing. I've been writing people down. that like we may end up kind of like missing, but not intentionally trying to miss. That like to get covered. So I've been writing these guys down, like Pharaoh Monch. When the dude in the chat last week came in the comments and said Pharaoh Monch, I wrote that down. Yeah. Heavy E, Tretch, Tech Nine. Somebody said OC. I remember OC.
Sean World Price is my guy, man.
World Life Jules. I think Sean Price we knew was getting covered.
I love Sean Price. DeCarlo says, also, Mike, excuse me. Also, Mike, we to consider that most of us listen to black music and were raised on it, so he is not going to hit the same.
He's not.
It's the no soul argument.
Right. What I told
you. Okay, well, I think that's interesting because it's like, does that change the way we rate him amongst his hip-hop peers?
No, I told you that was the thing. What Rakim say? I'm writing. Hold on, what did he say? Well, I'm writing he said, I'm writing when I'm trapped in between the lines. I escape when I finish the rhyme. I got soul. Like he's saying, like there's an integrity and a soul that even which I'm writing the melody to. It's part of our culture and part of our music. And so it's like M doesn't have that. And that's what I've really been telling you the whole time. It's like, well, I don't want to knock him for that. It's like, if you want to tell me that he's not as great as Nas and Big and Pac and Jay, like he always gets compared to, oh no, I'm in total agreement with that, but I can't knock him from not having that fabric of soul that Rakim's talking about on Paid in Full.
Without Me. You're listening to Without Me?
No.
Cleaning Out My Closet.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the most soulful record he may have.
Okay. Superman.
I love Superman.
I like Superman a lot too. I like Sing for the Moment a lot. I listen to Sing for the Moment.
I'm not big for that. Superman though, don't get me wrong. I love these hoes. It's no secret. Everybody knows. No. He's flowing on there.
T says Eminem raps like a fax machine. Whatever that means. I'm so
disrespectful. I didn't even remember the last time I heard a fax machine to know what it's like.
That's exactly what they mean, I'm sure. What about Business?
Maybe, yeah. I can get down with that.
You like Business? I didn't like the beat. Let's get down to business. We ain't got no time to mess around. What is this?
Oh, I can get down with it a little bit. I can.
What about Just Lose It? Mosh.
Not my cup of tea.
Encore.
No.
Like a Toy Soldier.
Negative.
Mockingbird.
No.
Ass Like That.
No.
This is why we say this about his records, guys. I mean, we just have to go through it. I mean.
So can we go back to something that I told you my younger brother had said to me while he was here?
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of guys who we hold high who still have not made albums better than the Marshall Mathers LP or the Eminem show, though.
You don't think Tikal is better than the Marshall Mathers LP?
Actually, you want to know what? When I told you that, I thought to myself and I said, hold on. I think Tikal is probably better than the Marshall Mathers LP. But to your point, the Eminem show, and this is one of those, how about this? We're celebrating our 2-year anniversary. When I walked into this 2 years ago, I told you that the Marshall Mathers LP was clearly Eminem's best album. In the time that we've been doing this together, you're the one that's made me realize that the Eminem show is actually better than the So Tikal is not better than the Marshall. So Tikal is better than the Marshall Mathers LP, but I don't think it's better than the Eminem show.
I'm okay with that.
Because it's not. And
Ray Realm says, who's the better MC, LP from Run the Jewels or Eminem? I got Eminem in that one.
That's him.
But yeah, I do agree with you.
So
I think that the Eminem show is better than Tikal. I think I think the other person you brought up was Jadakiss, or your brother brought up was Jadakiss.
No, I brought up Black Thought too. Black Thought has official solo material that can be rated.
I don't like doing that with Black Thought because Black Thought's Roots albums, to me, they show solo output. So I don't like doing that with him.
Okay, what's the Roots' best album?
I mean, to me, Things Fall Apart.
Things Fall Apart, right?
Yeah.
What I'm going to submit to you is that if you would have told me Philadelphia Half-Life, I would feel you more because that's more of Thought's album. He's not rapping as much on Things Fall Apart. There's way more collaborations going on, Mike.
Yo, Blue Collar Hustler said something that I've said before. He said M should be exiled for the MJ and Will Smith diss. You know what? I never understood that whole Will Smith thing got a cuss in his raps to sell records. But I do, so fuck him and fuck you too. Fuck Will Smith? Really? We let him ride with that? I never understood that. Can you speak to that?
No, there's no excuse for it.
Because honestly, Will Smith wasn't out here parading around like Will Smith comes from the 80s, right? You know what I'm saying? Like he comes from an era where none of the MCs were cursing. So go ahead.
Did the black delegation take care of Will Smith like we should have?
No, not in that moment.
Right. So it's not Eminem's fault that we didn't take care of Will. That's
but we're still doing it. You just heard the Slaughterhouse album. It's like people are shit on everybody else, but no, we're cool over here.
Right. No, it's not okay.
No, I never understood that either.
I feel a more certain type of way about the mic thing, but you know.
And the thing too, and it's like you were working with Jazzy Jeff, or Jazzy Jeff was working with you early on. So fuck Will Smith? Really?
Definitely in Philly with those Philly guys. Yeah.
I never understood that. And I never understood why that wasn't, brought to the forefront a little bit more. Because the only thing that Will Smith was trying to do is pretty much push positivity.
How many times have I told you that this started early with the hall pass that he was given? That's why I told you, it's like, well, you can't knock it this late. He got a hall pass early from this community. I've been saying that.
Oh, no, I agree with you.
Right.
And this is why I go so hard because of that hall pass. Because as soon as somebody says anything outside of that, boom, you're a hater.
Right. So we're going to go to somebody who I've said it before. And Mike, you were like, I think Coop was right. He's the first person to say it. When I was calling Bruno Mars a culture vulture, this is why I was saying that, because it's like, no, like y'all be hall passing stuff and then somebody steps over the line and you're like, well, how is that okay? It's like, well, you let them in. Stop letting them in and stop being captivated by people who are captivated by our culture.
I think that's fine. My thing is just be respectful. Disrespecting Will Smith for no reason.
No, listen to what I'm saying. Stop being captivated by people that are captivated by our culture.
I understand what you mean.
There are plenty of gems and diamonds up in this up in this well, in this cave, in this mine, in this field, in this landscape. Wakanda forever, Mike.
Not Wakanda forever. Is that how you're gonna end that one? Shout out to Brian with the super chat. He said, "Coop, you don't like Sing for the Moment? Listen to the third verse in the song. I think it's M's greatest verse, in my opinion. One of the greatest ever. I like Sing for the Moment. I do like that last verse. Not one of the greatest verses ever, but
I'll listen again.
He said, I'll listen again.
I'd rather hear Cry Me a River by Justin Timberlake.
Oh, my God. Did you like Crack a Bottle? Y'all listening to Crack a Bottle? Or am I going too far now?
Just stop.
Okay. We Made You. Oh, that was bad.
See? Just said stop. Just stop.
We Made You. Terminator 2 says Mike D. Lord Jamar addressed it. Good, man. I mean, because we sat there and let him say, fuck Will Smith.
He did. He's right. Lord Jamar did address it. I remember that.
Fuck Will Smith. Really? Like, I never understood that, man. I wasn't cool with it when it happened. I was like, why? It felt like how Hammer was being targeted at some point because he was the biggest guy on the totem pole and everybody was dissing Hammer in the early 90s. It was like that was the same thing to do with Will Smith at that point because Big Willie Style was the #1 record.
No, it's a little bit different. Hammer's from Oakland.
Yeah, Godfather says Will Smith sells 10 million copies. Yeah, he was the target.
Right.
Marshall was going after all the pop stars, and it was safe for him to go with Will Smith because he didn't think Will Smith was going to run up on him. Remember when Nelly said what he said on TRL? That shit got deaded quick.
No.
Because even though Nelly sells 10 million copies, Nelly will whoop your ass.
Right.
He's like Hammer in that respect.
I mean, right. Back in the day, yeah. I knew some of Nelly's back end type of Nelly and his people from the streets. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they from the streets. So like that whole we going down, baby, yo street on your Range Rover, street sweeper, baby, cop ready to let right. No. They was living like that in the Lou. I got some backstory about that from somebody that I knew. So
yeah, Nelly and them was with the shits.
Right. No.
Yeah,
that's hot. So that's live. That's real. But what's also real is the fact that, you know, Will from West Philly, and I'm just gonna say this: I love Will Smith. I wish Will would have checked some of this.
I wish he would have too. I agree with you.
I don't know, because Will, enough pull, enough clout that if Will step on you, you were stepped on.
I think Will should have addressed that early. I really wish he would have.
No. And listen to what I'm saying, Mike. No, he has the capability as an MC to step on you. That's why I be telling people, it's like, no. I like Will Smith the rapper.
Yeah.
He can out-rap a lot of these guys. Like a lot of these guys that people think are dope today, it's like, no. I'll take Will Smith over that guy. Will Smith will out-rap that guy right now.
I think, like I said, to go out there and quote Will for saying he don't have to curse in his raps to sell records, that was cool. But when he said, fuck him too, what? Nah, right. Man. That should have been checked.
Mm-hmm.
That should have been checked.
How about this? Because Rakim didn't have to curse in his records to sell either, but you would never talk about Rakim.
Never say that. You would never say that about Rakim or Kane. Kane didn't have to curse in his records either.
They wouldn't even let you in New York if you did that.
No, that's real.
It's real.
We should have protected Will in that moment.
Protected Will, because Will from Philly. Right. We should have protected Will. That's fun. Like, we be failing sometimes because we be so caught up in the success and the clout that we don't take care of our own the way we should sometimes.
Shout out to LP for another super chat. He said Will Smith dissed Eminem when he accepted the VMA over him and said he didn't need the cursing to sell records. It was competitive, in my opinion. This wasn't like Hammer. I mean, even if that was the case, if you get on your record and say fuck him too, no, man, no, we got to talk about that. Because if I went out here and just said I don't have to curse in my records, I'm not specifically talking to Eminem. Everybody cursed in their records.
Hammer from the Yay, Mike. You can play with Hammer if you want to.
Yeah, definitely.
I wouldn't go to the Yay and play with Hammer. How about that?